All right, we are going to go over the recap today of Nasdaq and what happened to it and why it dumped so much. So first of all, this is the first light beacon. This is our indicator. I'm going to show you that we did get into these trades today. We did get our daily profit goals and we did end our day early. It was amazing. First of all, so this right here is telling you uh, the low and high for the 15-minute opening range, which is that 15-minute candle. And the strategy is wait for price to break it, and then we get a sell signal right here. And background is red, and then our stop and go lights, if you look at the top right, they are all red right there. That is telling us it's time to get into the trade, right? And here we go. And you would have gotten into it. And then you could have held this trade because the first light beacon, how it's forming right here, this couldn't be your trailing stop. So basically, you get into the trade. I will show you one more time. So we get into the trade right here, right? So if we're shorting, we sell. And then our stop loss is going to go on the first light beacon zone. And then we're going to trail it like this, right? And keep trailing and keep trailing as it's moving down. This line right here is the active trailing stop loss, but when you get into a run like this, you're more than likely going to keep on getting it. So we're just going to let the zone play out and show you what you would have got with 5 contracts just using the first light beacon. There we go. So at this point, it's 11:30. Still getting sell signals. We're not even closing. Well, we did a little close right here into the zone, but I'm not worried about that. If it gets up into this midline here, then I would start, worrying if we're closing over that. Right now, we're just flatlining, and we're getting to 12:15. Now, what's a target? Well, here is the last well, that's the only end cap we have available that's below us. This is yesterday's 9:30 US Open zone here, right? And see how I was talking about, like it gets into this midline and it doesn't go up. I'm not concerned unless it actually crosses back up. Right now we're pushing our luck on when our take profit should be. Here is a top range for New York, and it's already hit it. So this would be a good time to actually start trailing down on that trailing loss that's right there. So let's try that. See what it does. It's actually moving again. And this is on the 1 minute time frame. And it's gonna hit it probably. Yeah, it would have hit it. Oh, okay, there we go. And that was a $12,000 trade. Now let's try that one more. So we got our signal down here, right? This could have been a good buy-in, another buy-in. Anytime it taps this and you get another sell signal, we can add into the trade. Not a buy-in, but an add. But let's try it if we go to a smaller time frame, say like, I don't know, 15 seconds. Let's see what happens there. Cross, let's get a cross down. Okay, we broke the range. Oh, we had a sell signal right there. Went too fast. Let's try it right here. Our stop loss is going to go on the zone. And we will trail down. Let's see how much money we would have got. And then we can also, if you want, you look left and you see that zone there. You can use that as a take profit. But we'll just pretend like we're not. And we are going to trail and just see how much money we would have made using a smaller time frame to get into the entry and trusting these zones that are being built. Okay, so it's like a high definition way of getting into the trade. So we get another sell signal there. Jones moving down, we're pushing or dumping. There you go. Oh yeah, we can move our stop loss there. There it is. More red backgrounds. And let's see. So it was about noon where we started actually following the trailing stop. But let's see, there's another sell signal. Oh, here we go. And then we're going to start trailing right there. So we made, what was it, 12,000 on the other one by using the 1 minute time frame. Now we're using the 15-second time frame. And we're trailing our stop. We're trailing our stop right on the line. It's showing us to trail on. And we need to go right there. Zoom in a little bit here. And it hit it. So 19,000. So you made $7,000 more because you decided to use a smaller time frame and get a better entry. And then we just did the same trailing that we would have done before. I don't know. That sounds like it's a pretty good deal. So that's the 1 minute, and then we had the 15-second. Now let's check out oil. What did we get for oil today? Get rid of this replay here. New York. Ooh, that's ugly. Ugly, ugly. We did get. Oh, that was really ugly day. But it would have been profitable had you have bought the bounce and then held your stop loss below up to the top. Let's check on gold. Check on some gold. There is the gold right there. Where's US zones? There's US right there. Gold broke out to the bottom side as well. We'll go to our smaller time frame. And it didn't give you the signal. Oh, that's because it's not going to show signals that far back. So hold on, there we go. So we did get the breakout. And if you see again, here's the previous zone, which could have been a place to take profit. But we did get the signal under the, so you under the break, under the zone, everything's red, background is red, everything's good to go. This would have been a very good place to sell in, obviously, and then this one as well. Actually, they were all pretty decent. So yeah, the First Light Beacon is kicking butt today. And let's check out Bitcoin. Let's see what happened on some Bitcoin. And the same thing for Bitcoin. We had a break of range and sell, and hold. Let's turn off the replay and see what it looks like. There you go. The First Light Beacon works. And if you guys want to see this zone forming real quick, I'm going to turn off the backgrounds so we can just have pure price action and colors. And this is just a 15-second chart. And there we go. And this is how the First Light Beacon works. And if you're trading the opening range break, this is a really good way to get into these trades. Okay. But I want to see it with a monetary value, so we'll do it right there where that drops. We're on micro Bitcoin. I don't know why, but we'll just say we're trading, I don't know, 10 contracts. Sorry about that. 10 contracts, and we're just going to sell. So that would give us 1 micro, and then our stop loss is going to go above, or 1 mini, and our stop loss is going above the zone. And we're going to just screw it. Take profit right at the top of this old zone right here, which is a ton of orders are sitting in there like that. We know they are. That's how the thing works. And let's just see what happens. What the monetary value of 1 contract would be on that right there. So that'd be $1,300. So that's not bad. And that is the First Light Beacon. Now I'm going to show you something that's really gonna make you like what you see real quick. I want to get to NQ. Okay, we'll just use MNQ since it's there. Let's close this out. Not close it, but let's get, there's the Asia break right there. Get back to New York, right? Opening in New York. Where are you? There it is. This is today. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 more First Light Beacons to my screen. All right. And I'm going to change the settings to be non-filled, just midline, This one is going to be white. Okay. I'm going to go to scalping mode, and I'm going to put this on 15 seconds. I don't want any of this other stuff turned on. I don't care about any of that. I don't want this on. So there we go. Boom, there's that. And then this one, we're going to kind of do the same thing, but we're going to put this on there. And then our fill line is going to be blue. I like white and blue. You can use whatever colors you want. And we're going to change this to scalping. And then we're going to go to 5 on that right there. Okay. Now, when you do this, I know you're gonna be freaked out, but I actually go like this and I shut the colors off. Now let me explain this to you. I'm going to turn off the 5 and the main one. All right, so here's our beacon line right here, right? This is our linear regression line that's been modified. It's a little more accurate. This white line is our average price of the 15 seconds, basically. It's not exactly what it is, but it's the only way I know how to describe it. All right, and then here's our 5-minute one right here. So kind of like a moving crossover, a moving average crossover, but a lot more accurate because it's not based on moving averages. It's actually based on price. The 15-second is crossing through the 5-minute while the beacon line is red, right? Okay, well, let's turn on our main one so we know what our session is doing. So I wouldn't take that yet because we're still above this zone here, right? So this drops down, but guess what? Right under the range, this is the close of a candle. See how these are like jagged? Every time it does this, this is a close. This white line is the 15-second leaving the 5-minute at the same time it's crossing, or after, basically, it's crossed through the opening range. That's our opening range. And our beacon line is red while we're under the zone. This is an automatic mechanical. You have to click the button entry right there. What do? Stop loss at the ready up here. And then we're going to hold this trade until that white line crosses back up through the blue line. You see that? So every time I click this, we're getting another candle. See that? We're still good. We're still good. See? Did the white cross up? Yep, close. Boom. There you go. Now, we're going to keep dropping, right? Because this could be the pullback coming up to retest. But what we want to see if it's going to dump again. But here's the kicker. This line, the beacon line here, this line needs to be above it before you actually take it. Right? Let me turn off these new zones created because they're making my vision bad. So it'll tell you when new zones are created. You can turn them on and off for backtesting capabilities and things like that. So here we go. Red, we're above. Our line's above us. So we're starting to get a little bit of what we want. Yeah, not anymore, right? So, oh, there we go. So we break down. Our line is above us and we broke through the 5 and we're underneath all of this up here, right? So what do? We sell again. Where's our stop loss go? I mean, if you really want to risk it way up here, that's fine, but I would put it up here somewhere, right? And then we're not having to take profit. We're waiting for the line to cross back up. It didn't even go into drawdown. I don't know if I would close that. Not that little bit. No, I see good decisions. That was just a little tiny pullback and it never went into drawdown. And we're getting a sell signal now from the signaler. We can turn our background back on if we want to right here. Right? That'll help us out with what direction you should be trading in. Oh, I should have closed that. So we would have closed that right there. So let's just go ahead and close it. Just getting a little ahead of myself. Yep, see, we're not losing nothing. These are for the folks that have the intraday drawdowns on their prop firm accounts. And we get across, but we're green. I don't know if I'd want to take that if we're green. And it looks like we should have. No, see, it looks like we shouldn't have. Background was green. It saved us, right? Okay, we're getting a retest of the zone, it looks like. So if we turn on our candles, look at, yep, definitely retesting of the zone. And then we get a break, red and white crossing through as a retest of the zone. That is something I would sell, and our risk is decreased because now we're just here and not way up there, right? So it's kind of like if you're trading like with a 21 EMA, you don't want to take shorts really far from the EMA, right? It's probably going to bounce back. But this is giving you the exact area where price should be respected. So now let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so is it going to cross up? White line needs to cross up for us to close this. Still not crossed up. We're still good. Could go break even by now if we wanted to. But I'm going to close if this crosses up. I'm not going to... I mean, you should, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm closing. I'm going to close that trade. So there we go. Closed it. Right? So now we're up a little 4,000. And this is just equivalent to using one mini, right? So see if we can get us another one. We are red. That is a valid entry, so we will try that. But our stop loss, our trailing stop is right there, which is about the same as it was a minute ago. So let's try getting another sell signal. It didn't cross. It's sitting on it. Okay, is that a cross? Closed up. Yep. So we're going to close that trade. And see how mechanical this gets? This gets super mechanical, makes it super easy. You don't want to take this trade because this line is not above. We want it to be above. All right? And we're getting close to 11 o'clock, which is going to end up being more than likely consolidating. So let's try. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, it closed up, so I'm going to close it. And then I would probably just be done scalping. That's it. That's how easy this thing can be used, folks, especially if you're using intraday drawdown. So I know the methods I was showing you earlier, if you have an end-of-day drawdown, cool. If you're using intraday, then that's, you'd want to pay attention to these types of things. Anyways, that is how Nasdaq went today. I hope you made money. We did. Trade with us. Have a good one.